While we're just one day away from Thor Love and Thunder, let's talk about the second film of Thor. Here's my re-review of Thor: The Dark World, and does it why it has mixed response from critics and what have you. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Enough said. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers and true believers out there. Welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Doyle, better known to you as the Big D. And this time around, I bring to you a re-review of the 2013 superhero flick Thor: The Dark World, released by Marvel Studios, distributed by Disney. The film was the 8th film in the MCU and part of the second phase. Directed by Alan Taylor from a screenplay by Christopher Yost and the writing team of Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely. The film brings back Chris Hemsworth as the God of Thunder and Son of Odin, along with Natalie Portman, Tom Hiddleston, starring Anthony Hopkins, Stellan Skarsgård, Idris Elba, Kat Dennings, Ray Stevenson, Tadanobu Asano, Jamie Alexander, and Rene Russo, plus Zachary, Levi, LOL Abja, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, and Christopher Eccleston. This time around, Thor and Loki team up to save the 9 realms from the Dark Elves. Now, if you haven't seen my re-review of Thor, click on that card and you can catch what you might have missed or see it again if you'd like before getting into this review. To get started, I'll give you a few additional seconds. Alright, good. Now let's get started with the story. Eons ago, Bor, the father of Odin, clashes with the dark elf Malekith, who seeks to unleash a weapon known as the Ether on the 9 realms. After conquering Malekith's forces, including enhanced warriors called the Cursed, on their home world of Svartalfheim. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Bor safeguards the Aether within a stone column. Unknown to Bor, Malekith and a handful of dark elves escape into suspended animation. In present-day Asgard, Loki stands imprisoned for his war crimes on Earth. Of course, this takes place after the events of the Avengers, which came out the previous year. Meanwhile, Thor, alongside warriors Fandral, Volstagg, and Sif, repels marauders on Vanaheim, home of their comrade Hogun. It is the final battle in a war to pacify the 9 realms following the reconstruction of the Bifrost, aka the Rainbow Bridge between realms, which had been destroyed 2 years earlier. The Asgardians soon learn that the convergence, a rare alignment of the 9 realms, is imminent. As the event approaches, portals linking the worlds appear at random. In London, astrophysicist Jane Foster and her intern Darcy Lewis travel to an abandoned factory where such portals have appeared, disrupting the laws of physics around them. Separating from the group, Foster is teleported to another world where, beyond Heimdall's near all-seeing vision, she absorbs the Aether. Heimdall alerts Thor, leading him to Earth. When Thor finds Foster, she inadvertently releases an earthly force, and Thor returns with her to Asgard. Odin, recognizing the Aether, warns that it will not only kill Foster, but that its return heralds a catastrophic prophecy. Malekith, awakened by the Aether's release, attacks Asgard. During the battle, Malekith and Algrim search for Foster, sensing that she contains the Aether. Thor's mother, Frigga, yeah, that's how you pronounce it, not Frigga. I do apologize since I said that in my last review, is fatally stabbed protecting Jane, and Malekith and Algrim are forced to flee without her. Despite Odin's orders not to leave Asgard, Thor reluctantly enlists the help of Loki, who knows of a secret portal to Svartalfheim, which again I apologize for mispronouncing, where they will use Foster to lure and confront Malekith away from Asgard. In return, Thor promises Loki vengeance on Malekith for killing their mother. With Volstagg and Sif stalling Asgardian soldiers and Fandral assisting their escape, Thor, Loki, and Jane head to Svartalfheim. Alright, and now for the ending. You know the procedure like always. 5 seconds to sub this video. Go to the description box below. Fast forward to the time below. If you've seen the movie already, please continue after the 5 seconds are over with. Here we go. Okay, you've been warned. Once there, Loki tricks Malekith into drawing the Aether out of Foster, but Thor's attempt to destroy the exposed substance fails. Malekith merges with the Aether and leaves in his ship as Loki is impaled while killing Algrim. Thor, cradling Loki in his arms, promises to tell their father of his sacrifice. Afterward, Thor and Jane discover another portal in a nearby cave and reunite in London with Lewis and Foster's mentor, Dr. Eric Selvig, who was briefly institutionalized due to the mental trauma he suffered during Loki's attack on Earth in the Avengers. They learn that Malekith plans to restore the Dark Elves to dominance by unleashing the Aether at the center of the convergence in Greenwich. Yeah, Greenwich. No, what that? I forgot. Sorry, Greenwich. Thor battles Malekith through various portals and across multiple worlds until one portal separates them, leaving Malekith unopposed on Earth. Thor returns in time to help his mortal comrades use their scientific equipment to transport Malekith to Svartalfheim, where he is crushed by his own damaged ship. Thor returns to Asgard, where he declines Odin's offer to take the throne and tells him of Loki's sacrifice. As he leaves, Odin transforms into Loki, who is alive and impersonating Odin. End of story. Or is it? That's right. In a mid-credit scene, Volstagg and Sif visit the Collector and entrust the Aether to his care, commenting that with the Tesseract already in Asgard, having 2 Infinity Stones so close together would be unwise. As they leave, the Collector states his desire to acquire the other 5 stones. And in a post-credit scene, Jane and Thor reunite on Earth while somewhere in London. A frost monster from Jotunheim, accidentally transported to Earth during the final battle, continues to run amok. And that's that. Enough said. So what did I think of Thor the Dark World? Well, I'm going to say it's good. I mean, while it does have its moments, but I still think it's pretty good. I did enjoy it just as much as I enjoyed the first one, but I still like that a little more. Alan Taylor, who had recently worked on HBO's hit series Game of Thrones, wanted this film to be more grounded than its predecessor. And the score was done by Brian Tyler. Now, although Taylor hired Carter Burwell to compose the score, but Marvel replaced Burwell with Brian Tyler. Anyway, despite the film got mixed reviews, though it received praise for the performances of Chris Hemsworth and Tom Hiddleston, once again playing Thor and Loki, as well as the visual effects and action sequences, the film was unfortunately criticized for its generic villain and lack of depth. And retrospectively, Mr. Taylor has expressed dissatisfaction with the film, saying that Marvel substantially altered it from his original vision during post-production. I'm understanding. But anyway, and this was formerly the lowest rated film on Rotten Tomatoes until Eternals unfortunately surpassed it. Oh, anyway. I still thought it was pretty good. The music wasn't too bad, but I did like some of the cool effects and what have you. But I gotta give credit to everyone. Chris Hemsworth, once again, great job as Thor. Natalie Portman, once again, good as Jane Foster. Unfortunately, she doesn't return for the next one, Thor Ragnarok. But of course, we'll see her again in Love and Thunder when it comes out. Tom Hiddleston as Loki is once again good. And Anthony Hopkins as Odin. Let's see. Stellan Skarsgård is back as Dr. Selvig. Idris Elba is back as Heimdall. I thought they were pretty good. Playing Malekith is Christopher Eccleston, former Doctor Who, and who also recently played the role of Destro in G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra. Let's see. Well, it came. I apologize. I'm not giving the rest name. Plays Algrim and Curse. Yeah, not bad. Kat Dennings once again plays Darcy Lewis. Ray Stevenson returns as Volstagg. Really good. And we have Tanobu Asano as Hogun again, and Jamie Alexander as Sif, and Rene Russo as Frigga. Now, the character Fandral's back, but unfortunately, it's played by Zachary Levi, who, of course, would later go on to play DC's own Shazam. Now, since Joshua Dallas, his original portrayal was unfortunately already being big on Once Upon a Time. Since Levi had been up for that same role for the first film, but he was currently still doing Chuck at the time. And he compared the character of Fandral to Flynn Rider, the character he recently voiced in Disney's animated film Tangled. But anyway, the characters aren't too bad, and their cast isn't too bad either. I can understand the lack of depth in its generic film, but hey, I didn't care. I thought it was still pretty good in some ways. So overall, would I recommend Thor: The Dark World? Well, I'd say yes. I'd say maybe give it a go, give it a shot. Somewhere between that or give it a one-time watch if you didn't feel comfortable don't feel comfortable or what have you once you see it, then you can consider it a one-time watch. But anyway, you be the judge. Still, the film did better than its predecessor as it went on to make $644 million worldwide. Okay, and that's that. So what are your thoughts on Thor: The Dark World? Please tell me in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of another MCU film, and it's one that's turning 5, Spider-Man: Homecoming. So thanks for watching, and if you like this, consider checking out these other Marvel films. In the upper left-hand corner is my re-review for The Avengers. The upper right-hand corner is the film I was talking about that surpassed this as the lowest rated film on the tomato meter, Eternals from last year. Or go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review of Marvel's recent hit, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which is now streaming on Disney+. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya and Excelsior! Bye now.